We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Hits him on the out route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
First and 10 from the 41. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. They motion a receiver left. Here's 2nd and 7. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play, small gain, but it counts. 1st down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st down, ball at the 36. Back to the well again. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Catch made by Cooks. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 4 coming up now. From the gun is Prescott. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Airing it out to start this drive. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Now he's past the 25. Garrett Wilson! He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets need only one to take the lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Prescott set to pass. That's Lamb running the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running it now out of the gun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Prescott to throw. This finds Cooks, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down. Dak to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Sending the tight end in motion left. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 4th and 3.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That's cut beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Dak to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown, Dallas. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of 1. We're all knotted up at 14. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, here's Dak. It's taken in by Lamb. There it is, touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Israel Abanikanda on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. He's got a gain of 6 there. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Hall once more. Up the sideline, past the 45. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A tight end in motion now. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. He has up, and down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dak throwing again. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. This throw is cut. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. And the defender comes away with it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Cowboys sending out the dime package. 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. So backed up a bit following the penalty. It's 1st and 20. From the gun is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd and long. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. But my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Another throw for Prescott. That's Lamb running the slant. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Prescott here from the gun. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Jets take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here's 2nd and 5. He's going to push one deep down the right. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Kavontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Blitz coming, Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. And they faked the spike. They're going to throw it. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Got Lamb, and it's complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw, Prescott. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd and 4. Fires right away, but incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And 4th and 4 coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hall there to haul it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Here's Dak. It's taken in by Lamb. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. Here's a give up the middle, and he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's Flanoy, he's got it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now lead by 10. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's incomplete over the middle. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Dak now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Jets football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Motioning him from the slot right. On 2nd and 12 now. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here, and this time cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right, and I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That's Lamb running a slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Prescott will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the fair catch made here at the 15. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hits him on the in route. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Connecting on the slant. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dak off the play fake. The throw is caught. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push the lead to 20. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Second and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Prescott here from the gun. It's caught. Ferguson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Prescott set to pass. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 23. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Man in motion here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down. Nearly an interception on that play, and that'll bring up 4th and 3.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That play gains 6. It's going to be 4th and 2. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This just a 26-yarder down the middle. Gay's kick is good, and they push their lead to 23.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a Conda on the return. Spin move. Uh-oh, ball's out. And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Right up the gut. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This one from an even 40 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a Conda on the return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
First and 10, looking to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One of the tight ends motioning right. To throw it on first down. Searches from the pocket. Still up, but there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you can run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
Another try following the sack. Finds his target hole. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now Rodgers. Able to hit home, complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Simple dive up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Give now to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Quick slant, that's Williams. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
from the 31. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. It's taken in by Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Oh, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Motioning Williams left. 3rd and long, Rodgers. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
First down, ball at the 36. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys nearing their first win of the season. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Lone back gets the handoff. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
You always call it the best formation in football, Brock. They're going to line up to take that knee and run out some clock. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. On the counter, Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They go right back to Hall. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him only 3, and that brings up 4th down and 8. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.